Hi everyone, Verna here, Integrative Wisdom. We are talking this week about the chakra system. And yesterday I went over a little bit of the basics of the seven chakras. Today I'm going to start with the root chakra, which is at the very bottom of the tailbone. So if you think about the chakras as wheels of energy, and they line up against kind of the spine, and they pull up this way. So if you think about the very bottom of your booty, as the kids next door say, as your booty, that is the root chakra, and the connectedness there is, or the energy, I should say, is a tribal energy. It's the base. It's the base of the body. It's the basic. What do I want to say? Sorry, building block of our life. The idea of security and safety. So it's no surprise that that's connected to our family or the idea of our tribe. And interestingly, what I want to share is, so these are energy centers, but they are connected on an emotional, mental level. And so a lot of the things that we will be talking about with the chakras are not so much about the energy aspect, but how to heal the emotional, mental aspect. So it's a little bit of a challenge when people want to do energy work. Because you can do hands-on energy work, you can do distant healing. Ultimately, it is a personal responsibility to do some self-examination and some work to begin to recognize where we're stuck, because it's usually about a stuckness, okay, or an over-identification with something, which could be the extra energy. So the root chakra is the foundation of our emotional and mental health. The issues here that you can think about, if we say family or the tribe, is the family that you are born into, what their beliefs and attitudes are, the country that you're in and how proud you are to be in that country, the religion that you are a part of and how strongly you identify, your sense of law and order and what should be. If these are really, especially right now, right? I mean, we are really struggling with all of these issues. So, and by the way, I use Carolyn Mace, if you know her at all, MYSS. I use a lot of her information. I've sat with her through some of her conferences and things of that nature, and I really appreciate her take on these things. Just so you know where I am kind of gathering some of my info from as I'm talking to you. The idea that all is one, and yet if we over-identify with that, then we end up having issues that come out in the physical realm. So it's body, it's mind, and also brings in, the belief system that we hold. So issues such as depression, a lot of people now are talking about feeling very depressed. Immune system malfunctions, back pain, lower back pain usually. So these are all connected. If you find yourself deeply connected tribally and you have not worked it out on a personal level, then and you're experiencing any of these other symptoms, it may be that you would benefit from exploring in different ways where you're at. Are you able to release and let go of some of the family stuff that happened to you? As I was thinking about this today, in my mind, I was going, who among us has done all the work to heal the past, has done all the work? And then there are a lot of potential individuals who have not even begun to explore. And so here we are finding ourselves in a pandemic. And actually, Carolyn Mace talks about when polio became rampant in the 30s and 40s, there was the depression that had caused a lot of angst with people, and an illness came along and crashed into the country. So, interestingly, we find ourselves in the middle of a pandemic when there is so much strife happening throughout the world of I'm going to take my tribe, and it's going to be us against you, instead of coming from a place of, if all is connected and all is one, then how can we work together so that everyone feels a sense of security, so that everyone feels like they have enough and they can move forward into those other areas of consciousness and belongingness, to something more than grab mine and I'm going to just hold on to it and I'm going to be safe over here and nobody else I don't really care about. So what can you do, right? A lot of people have immunity disorders these days. I don't know how you feel about them being connected to family issues or tribal issues, but one of the things that we can do is stop, take a step back, and examine our beliefs. And that is actually one of the cards in the Soul Catalyst card deck, which we are going to be pulling later after this video. Examining my beliefs. Are they examined beliefs? And so therefore they are valid for me now as I stand in my own power and not the family that I was born into. Can I break free from old beliefs and patterns and things that I say, as a, girls are sissies, as it used to be said. Girls are sissies. Girls cry. Boys don't cry. Boys are stronger than girls. Just some of these things that we learned as kids, right? Girls are going to grow up to be moms or teachers or nurses. Boys don't grow up to be nurses. We're breaking some of those patterns now, right? I mean, we are now seeing that women can be doctors, but we still use the language, because I will tell you, every time I tell someone about a doctor, they say, oh, well, what does he say? Right? Or I'll say, well, the nurse called. Oh, what did she say? And they did that, and I think it was Curious George, where it was the dentist. And right away, all the kids who read about the dentist said, oh, he, not she. So we still carry these with us, okay? We still carry these beliefs with us. Maybe that one is not relevant to where you find yourself now, but it's the idea behind it, okay? The idea behind it. And so as you examine these beliefs, as you begin to recognize that maybe it's time to release and let them go, right? You may find fears coming up inside of you that, oh, somebody's going to get angry with you. Mom's going to get mad, or dad's going to get mad, or grandpa's going to be upset, or they're going to roll over in their grave because I'm no longer doing it their way, right? So notice today, notice those things, and be aware that as you do this, there will be a freeing up of energy within you, so that you may have more immunity, you may have more energy, you may not get those common colds and things like that, because your immune system is much stronger as you fight off all of these tribal patterns and belief systems that you've been holding on to that are no longer of value, and in fact are harming. Okay, so this means that you move into a place of personal power, you move into a place of personal responsibility, and boy, could we use some of that right now. What you put out there, those words that you're writing out, look at them and see if they are life-giving, or if they are so tribal that you have identified either 47% of the population as evil, or 52% of the population as idiots, right? Let's examine. Let's do it. All right. That's video number 2, but chakra 1, the root chakra. All right. See you back tomorrow. But remember, Integrative Wisdom is going to be doing a Soul Catalyst card also today, Wednesday. See you there.